What is up, Snack Pack? It's another Snack Chat Friday coming to you live from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Welcome, welcome. I'm Allison Sharpe, if you don't know, and this is Travel Snacks. And we just talk about all kinds of things traveling, eating good food, being friendly to one another, and do whatever you want, really. So, welcome, welcome. Let's put on my glasses so I can see. Welcome, Courtney and Tammy. Grant's in the house. Grant is our moderator. Happy Snack Pack Friday. And as Grant says, if you're Canadian, happy Family Day long weekend. That sounds luxurious. Hey, only for Anne and Cindy. Hey, hey, hey. How's everybody doing tonight? How's it going? It's been really great. I'm still, for those of you that don't know, I do live in a van full time, but I am taking a month-long break in Myrtle Beach. My friend and fellow YouTuber Tim Ward and I rented a condo near the beach for a month that we're sharing, and separate rooms, just sharing the cost, separate rooms. And I'm a little past the halfway mark, which is very sad. I do, um, I don't mind that it's like I'll be back in my van because that's my little home on wheels. But it has been so great to be kind of taking a break and in a bigger space. I made a video, I think yesterday, just talking about some of the things that I've missed living in a stationary place. And it is really something. Your mind is very powerful. Your mind will adapt to different things, but when you can go back and experience some of the things that you used to have, it really does make you more grateful. Really, really does make you more grateful. And there's a lot of great things to be said for van life as well. So both are great. So I just say do whatever you feel you need to do at that time and keep it moving. Hey, Tina from San Diego. Hey, Robin, lovely Bree. Hey, Danny, the tub is great. The tub has been great. I went to Walmart the other day and I meant to pick up some Epsom salts and I totally forgot. So if I can get back over to the Walmart, then I'm going to pick some up because I think that would even be like more soothing. Hey, Lucille, Rains of Healing. What's up? Hey, Grandma D. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Rebecca. Rebecca asks, how's your back? Well, I would love to say that my back is 100% better, but unfortunately, it's not. For our neighbors that just checked in, they have like kids from little to like teenager, and they are loud. I'm like, I think they just checked in too. So hopefully they're only here for the weekend. But anyways, side note. My back has been hurting for quite a while, and I've been trying all the different things, and it's fine usually during the day, but then at night it just really hurts. And I'll talk about that in a little bit some more, but it's unfortunately not 100% better. Bill's in the house. Hey, Patricia from Downey. Awesome. Hey, SBS. Hey, Julie. Thank you so much. That'd be perfect for, yeah, Epsom salts. Yes. For my back. Yes. Hey, Redheaded Riding Hood. I'm just listening because I'm on my way to San Antonio to visit my youngest. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, these are nice bar stools. This place is set up, it's kind of old school. It's got that like old school, beach vibes, like 80s vibes or whatever. It's not really 80s, but it's kind of that older school, you know, golf type situation, but beachy. Sound kind of weird, but yeah. But I like it. Danny says you should get a eucalyptus bath bomb. It's great for the lungs and helps you relax. Ooh, if I go back to Walmart or somewhere like that, I will think about picking that up. Biofreeze is a good temporary relief for the back. I do have something like that in my van. I should run down and get it. Hey, Bob, how are you? Lucille says, darn about the back. I know. I wish I had better news. Hey, Dur Been long time fan, never chat. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Rena, living in an RV and it's hard on the back. Yes, it really is. Travel Teach Talk from Missouri. Welcome. Retro vibe. It's all good as long as it's clean. Doesn't matter if it's updated. Yeah, that's what I think too. It's very clean in here. Like they did a great job. It's the furniture's a little older, but it's in good shape. And I just mean older by like looks, but it's still great. I haven't flipped my mattress, Rebecca, because I haven't really been in my van. We done a little driving around, but I haven't done anything with the mattress. Plus, I can't flip it until I cut a piece of it off because of the way that there's a like my little filler for my water comes in from outside of the van and goes down under my bed. And right now there's a notch cut out of the mattress. So I'm gonna have to cut that piece all the way off in order to flip it. So it's gonna be a situation. So I really don't even honestly know how I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna have to just get like a knife or something, and maybe before Tim and I part ways, maybe he can help me do that. But I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Heather from La Quinta. I used to live in La Quinta. I used to live in my car, and I could really. Oh, awesome, awesome. Bob says CBD cream is always good when you rub it on the spot. All right, awesome. Hey, Susie. I haven't swam at all. They do have a pool here. I don't know if it's heated, and they have a jacuzzi. Um, it's been kind of cold though, so I haven't really wanted to go, outside to the pool. There is an indoor pool, but it smells like chlorine, and I'm just like, oh. And so I've just been soaking in the bath, but I haven't been swimming. Hey, Glenna from Jacksonville. Jacksonville's another place I actually really love. Glenda from California, welcome. Hey, Deb. How's the shack up going? Are you coming to Florida after? I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm doing 100% yet. And you know what's funny is I posted I pinned a comment under like a couple videos ago because in the video I was like, "Yep, that's right. Me and Tim are shacking up." I honestly thought that shacking up meant like you're just staying in a place with somebody, like a shack, like you're dwelling somewhere with somebody, like a shack or a place. I didn't know that it meant like romantic or like sexually. So I misspoke on that video because there's nothing like that happening over here. But I just thought it was funny because a couple people were like, well, you said shacking up, so that's confusing. And I was like, what do you mean? It's just like shacking up, like a shack, like you're in a space together with somebody, like a shack. And then it's like, no, that's not what it means. I was like, oh, okay, well, I was wrong. Hey, Sprinter Dan. Oh, Montreal. I've been wanting to go up to Canada for the longest. I just got my passport back, like I think in January because I had to renew it. So I could actually go into Canada. So I don't know. I need to start thinking about that. Have you heard of the outpouring going on in Kentucky at Asbury University? I just yesterday heard about that, and I saw like a little clip, and I was like, "Holy moly!" Hi, stay tuned. MB with thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Pam 24K from Romney, West Virginia, long time subscriber, first time catching. Oh, awesome. Welcome. I'm so glad you made it. Love Shack Allison. Daily with Deb G. I knew it was a joke. Good, good, good. Lovely Bree. Can I do a hotel tour? I don't want to do a hotel tour right now. Maybe I will film it, but I don't want to do it right now because I don't want to because they have branding all through the resort. And so I don't really want to be showing where specifically I am. I mean, if somebody was like wanted to be a detective-y kind of person, I'm sure they could figure it out just by some of the other shots I've posted. But I kind of don't want to do that yet. But maybe I will before I leave here, and then I can post it after I leave, just for safety purposes. But it's a pretty cool place. Today, me and Tim drove like 30 or 40 minutes, down the coast and just looking at different areas of South Carolina, Myrtle Beach area. It was really cool. And there's so many resorts. I wasn't even like really aware of how far they span down the coast, but there's a lot of resorts and some of them looking kind of shady. And And I was like, I wonder how much it would cost to buy an old rundown hotel. I mean, I know it's expensive, especially on the water, but that'd be an interesting project. Um, because it's like kind of crappy hotel, then a nice hotel, a couple nice hotels, like a crappy one. So I don't know. Hey, Erica, wandering with Wanda from Savannah, Georgia, another place I love. Hey, Mountain Wanderer, how are you? Danny, if you want cold? I'm in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and my current temp is 24 Fahrenheit. No, that's cold. Wind chill 16. Holy, yeah, it would have to be for sure summer. That might be a good vibe though. Going into Canada in the summer, I'm going to keep that in mind. Hey, Rebel, how are you? Hey, Rose. Hey, Brenda, welcome everybody on here. Rains of Healing is 21 Northeast USA. Holy, Courtney, Myrtle Beach is not a safe place to live. Really? I don't get that vibe at all. Tell me more. Visit, yes, just be careful at night. I've walked around at night too, but I could see maybe in certain parts of Myrtle Beach, like the parts we drove today could be a little sketch, but the part that I'm in seems really just fine. Justin and Christina's RV van life. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, your aunt used to live there. Interesting. I wonder how long ago did she live here? Because I've talked to a lot of people that live here. I've been chatty. I've been actually getting out of my introvert shell while I've been here. I've been talking to the locals because I would consider living here, to be honest. I've been actually thinking about like this might be the place. And everybody, the most comment I got was not so much about safety, but like I would say, oh, I would love to live here. And they'd be like, why? It's boring here. Like, it's funny because when you live somewhere and you grow up somewhere and you're there forever, you take it for granted or you don't see what other people see when they're visiting. Because when people tell me, oh, I'd love to live in California, and I'm like, why? It is beautiful and the weather's great and there's a lot of great things about California, but when you live there, you see all the downfall parts of it as well. And I think that happens a lot in like different parts of the US, and it's just like, oh, it's kind of crazy. So I don't know. I've actually really enjoyed it. Let's see. Pam says, my niece just moved to Myrtle Beach and is loving it. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Hey, Michelle from Australia. Danny says, it's kind of warm right now. Actually, Monday night is going to -20. That's just a no. Oh, sorry to hear that, Courtney. Let's see. Brains of Healing. How many more days left in the condo? I check out, I believe, on March 1st. March 1st. So we got it from the 1st to the 1st, I think. I have to look at the paperwork. It's either the 28th or the 1st. I should probably check that. Justin and Christina, we really liked the time we spent in Merle. Oh, awesome. Tiaza, here in South Carolina, we call it Dirty Myrtle. Some parts are okay. You must check out Brookhaven Gardens at Murrells Inlet. That's so funny because we drove to Murrells. Is it Murrells Inlet today? And I saw the sign for that, but we didn't go over there. But I heard it's awesome. Brook Green Gardens. Yes, yeah, yeah. I saw the sign for that. Brenda says my cousin is on the police force there. Interesting. Julie says, and the expensive California with a sad face. I agree with the sad face. I'm in California, would love to get out of here, but it's beautiful. Yeah, that's definitely like the consensus, I think, from Californians is like, it's a great place in a lot of areas, but the cost has just gotten to the point where you just can't feel good about it anymore. All right, so let's see how do I want to jump into this? Well, first of all, I wanted to say this before we get started. I had it on my heart today. I do pray for the snack pack. I just pray for whatever need is out there. And, I know that there was always ups and downs to our community in terms of things going on in everybody's lives. But I just wanted to say thank you to the snack pack. Thank you for our community, because it's so supportive and so awesome. And it's great to get on here and to be able to connect in this way and to like have an like engaging family to talk to and hang out with and just to be so nice to each other as well. And I really appreciate that. And I just wanted to first off just say that because I don't know that I say that enough, that I care about the snack pack. And I just want to thank you for being part of Travel Snacks. And I also want to say thank you for the Munch Bunch, which is the membership side of Travel Snacks, just because we've had a lot of new members joining recently, and it's really appreciated. It's a true blessing to have, um, you know, like a membership side of it that people would want to support monthly. And I really appreciate that. And for those of you that are members, just remember that you do have a little icon next to your name, and you can use special emojis during live streams and on comments. And I do post stuff on the community tab. Right now, I'm basically just posting like when new members join, but I'm trying to figure out like what to post for members just to make it, a little bit more significant. So I might just start posting some stuff that I don't end up posting on the main channel or whatever for everybody else. But I just want to say I appreciate the memberships as well, so much, and I don't take it for granted. So thank you for that. Let's see. Tiaza, I love living in South Carolina. Oh, good. I think South Carolina is nice. I love it. Grandma says, wondering if you have considered even living in a tiny home versus an apartment or condo. I'm not going to say no, but I'm kind of saying no because I feel like if I want to live in a tiny space, I'll just live in my van. I really like my van. I love the coziness of it. I love the way it's set up, the design, the way I designed it. It's a nice situation for me. And I feel like if I'm going to get out of the van at times, I'd want to have a bigger space. Especially like I think I would at least for sure, no matter what, want like a 1 bedroom where I can go from one like living space to a bedroom and close the door and just have 2 separate spaces. So I think if I'm going to get something, it's either going to be that like a condo or apartment or something, or it's going to be just a piece of land that I own or that I'm like paying for that I can go and park on it. That is something I'm working towards, but I really haven't decided 100% yet. I do have some money saved, but I really want to make the best financial choice possible when I get to that stage. I do have like a little bit more time that I need to be, trying to earn more money and save. So I have some time to think about it. Rose says, I used to love rural California. Yeah, there's lots of great places in California. Rains of Healing. So many beautiful areas have been ruined by other factors. It's very sad. Totally true. Rose says, but the whole state is very trucker unfriendly. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Rose. Thank you so much. Prayers the mightiest sword we have against the bad of the world. Yes, amen to that. I'd love to join Stack Pack, but don't have a credit card. So, it's okay. Like, I totally get it. You don't feel obligated to join the memberships. It's just if you feel like you want to do it, great. If not, that's okay too. I know that. I think that is the only way to join is if you have a like debit or credit card. I'm not even sure 100%, but it's fine. Julie says, I appreciate you. Not quite a road lifer yet, but working towards car life inspired by you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm excited for your future car life. Clint says, good evening from East Texas. Awesome. Deb says, we had a purse snatching here. Street crimes are crimes of opportunity. Look for opportunists and don't be an opportunity. Good tip. Is it Danielle new here near Chicago? Much love. Thank you for chatting. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Well, awesome. So I just wanted tonight to talk about the let's see, how do I even like van life is great in a lot of ways, but I wanted to talk about money and the costs and stuff like that a little bit. Some of these people are so loud. Like during the week, it's like silent here. It's pretty quiet. And then on the weekends, people check in because it is like a hotel. So it's like condo style rooms though. So people will check in and they'll be here and then they'll be here like a day or two and then they'll check out. So like right now, people are being loud. But what I wanted to talk about is there are some higher costs to van life at times. And during the couple years that I've been in my van, it's been great. But I am a naturally, not naturally, but I am a frugal person. I guess I could say naturally. I've always been a frugal person. I've always just been a good steward of my money. I've always, had a savings minded way of looking at things. I do get the things that I want, but I also like think about it. I don't just willy nilly do things. I try to get the best deal. Um, that's just the way I am. But I will say that there's times where van life can be expensive, and I wanted to kind of come on today and just talk about our mentality because I've been talking with Tim a lot lately. We've been talking about just the way that your mind is so powerful. Your mentality is everything because it like every single thing that is in your mind is typically going to be just in your mind. Usually it's not a tangible thing. Like I was even talking about like when we read our comments or if you read something on the internet, really if you think about it, it's just words on a screen, words on paper, and we make meaning happen by whatever we want, by whatever we read or see. And whatever those words are, it'll bring on emotions. And then we can either accept those emotions or we can compartmentalize those emotions or we can put out a good emotion, even if it was supposed to be a bad thing that we read. And it really is in your head. And I think Tim said this is that if you think about it, like if you went to, say, Japan and you saw uh, like like Japanese writing on a wall, and if it said "f you," but like the real actual word or like a cuss word, you wouldn't know. It's just a word on a wall. You wouldn't know it, and you could even like I was laughing. I was like, yeah, I could even look at that symbol and be like, that's beautiful, and it's actually saying "f you" to me, and it's just a word. It's just writing. And so we assign meaning to words, to what people say to us, which is still words. Um, and we assign things to our brain about money, about the way we should react when we have to spend money, when we lose money, when we earn money. There's like a lot of things that we think about money. And this is leading up to something. So bear with me on this. So this month, the month of February, I've spent the most money that I've ever spent since living in my car or living in my van. Now, this doesn't include me buying my van or building my van. That's not me living in it. That's when I was preparing to live in my van. But the time that I've been living in my van, I've spent the most money on um, just in general. And I'm going to kind of break down what I've spent this month um, and just tell you some of my thoughts about it. Um, the first thing is that um, usually I have, like, let's start with simple things. Usually I have food in my van and I cook a lot. I've been cooking a lot more prior to this in my van. So I've saved money on food. But now that we're staying in this condo, Tim and I walk to the store a lot. We eat out a lot. Like we'll go and, there's a Chinese place not too far from here. There's like a burger place. There's, Starbucks is nearby. Now, I will say I haven't been spending money on Starbucks that often. I've kind of really been limiting myself on the Starbucks. So I've, pat on the back for myself because whatever, I've been making coffee in there. But I have spent, excuse me, this is the ginger beer. And I also have water. Also, for those of you that don't know, ginger beer is not alcohol. It's like a more spicier ginger ale. Anyways, so I've spent a decent amount of money on food since I've been here. And it's funny because I really haven't been as disciplined with my eating since I've been here because it's kind of like a little vacation. So, if we go walk over to the store, I'm like, oh, I'm in the mood for this or I'm in the mood for that. Like yesterday, okay, so I have plenty of food in there. Okay, I have plenty of things that'll last me for the next 2 weeks. But we went to Walmart. I was going there to look for something that was not food. And then Tim bought food and I was like, oh, you bought food? I want to get some more food. So then I went and bought a frozen pizza. I bought some egg salad. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. I'm going to get that. And it was just get whatever you want day, I suppose. So I've spent more money on food this month, and I don't have a tally of that, so that's not going to be added up. But anyways, I've spent more money. And when you live in a van, there's times if you don't feel like cooking, you can just run through a drive-through. Well, not if you have a higher, not if you have a higher van, but you can spend more money on food if you eat out a lot. And typically you will spend a lot of money on gas, especially if you have a van, that takes up more gas. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about that I've spent money on, and I'm saving the biggest expense for last because it's a shocker. Um, the other thing that I've spent money on this month is I Rebecca brought it up earlier, so I'll just talk about it. Is that I've been having a lot of back pain, and before we get into that little topic, I just want to say that I've been having back pain, chest pain, rib pain since December. And before we start getting a flood of diagnoses on the side here, I would kindly ask to refrain from posting anything that you think it might be, because I have received not only a lot of comments, but I've received emails from people and DMs from people telling me what it is. The majority of people are like, it's your gallbladder. I've heard people tell me I have cancer. I have thoracic cancer, spine cancer. I have, my kidney stones. I have, whatever, all the diagnoses or whatever you want to call it that could possibly be in a person. I've received messages about it, and it does weigh me down. It's not healthy. It's not healthy to receive so many people telling you what they think your problems are. I appreciate the love. I do know that it comes from a good spot, but it really messes with me when I go to bed at night and I'm thinking, well, maybe it is cancer. No, and I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. But a person can only take so many comments of saying what's wrong with you before you start mentally breaking down a little bit. So I do appreciate the love and stuff, but it's a little, it's like feels like a little too much. So anyways, that's not the point of my story. The point of my story is that I have been having a lot of problems. So I've been trying to do everything that I can to start with the simplest thing that it could probably be, which is just like a bad back, bad, like muscles or aches or whatever. So the first thing that I did, I think last week, is I went and got a massage. And I found a place that was $70. And then with the tip, I think it was like, I feel like I gave $20 tip. I can't remember. So it was closer to $100. So I spent $100 just to get a massage, but it was fine. The massage was good, but it wasn't like, it felt good, but it didn't really do anything physically, like I didn't get a deep tissue massage, which I usually do because, excuse me, I didn't want them to like push too hard on the areas that hurt. So they did a medium firm pressure, but it didn't really do anything. So it still felt nice, and I'm glad I got the massage, but I spent money on that. Then, like earlier this week, I decided to go to a chiropractor because I was like, well, here's my thinking. Okay, go with me on this. Here's the thing. How do I break this down? So with the insurance that I have, I can go to the emergency room. But I can't just go to a regular doctor and get diagnostic testing done. So if I have to get that done, I'm going to have to go back to California. So I'm really trying not to have to do that. Because every time I get out of my van, I'm telling you, something pulls me back to California, and I have to go back to California for whatever reason, whether it's health, my family's health, something in my family that's happening, something. And so I'm really trying not to do that. And if I can resolve this issue and if it is my back, then I can just resolve it here and I can just rest and, blah, blah, blah. But if I can't, then I'm going to have to do one of two things: either drive back, which I'm in South Carolina, that's a long drive back to California, or I'm going to have to figure out where to park my van for however, I don't even know how long, take a flight, which is going to cost me more money, figure out where to fly into because I won't have a car, so I'm gonna have to ask my parents to pick me up to wherever. So I would try to find the cheapest flight, and so I don't know where that would be, probably LA, which is like 2 hours for them. Have them pick me up. My doctor is in San Diego, so that means I'd have to go back to my parents' house, which is 2 hours away, then drive use my mom one of my, like, parents' car to drive back to San Diego, which is another 2 hours, go to my doctor, then if he orders tests, I have to stay in the area, but I won't have my van, so I can't sleep there, so I'm gonna drive back and forth 2 hours. And if there's lots of tests that I'm gonna have to do, it's gonna be a whole situation. And who knows if I can get appointments right away. So my van could be sitting somewhere random over here on the East Coast for who knows how long. And then whatever's gonna happen, then I have to fly back to my van and figure out how to get back to my van. Like if I leave it somewhere, I don't know. So what I'm saying is it's gonna be a whole ordeal if I have to fly back. So flying back, I kind of pushing it off the table of thoughts because I think that's going to be too many variables to do that. I don't want to really leave my van somewhere unattended for that long. If I have to drive back, then realistically, I'm probably not going to drive to California and then drive back to the East Coast to like do more things over here because that's just a lot of driving. So I'm trying to do all the stuff I want to do over here on the East Coast and then slowly make my way back to California so I can go visit my family and do some stuff, during the summertime on the West Coast. So basically, I'm just trying to do that. So I went to the chiropractor and like the initial cost was like $50. And then each appointment after that is like $40. So I paid to have four, let's see, the initial one and then 4 treatments. So I know there's every kind of opinion about chiropractic. Okay, I understand it. Um, who knows if it's going to work? Who knows if it's going to help? I've had 2 adjustments so far. I can't really say that it's really done too much, but the whole main thought that I had was that besides going to the emergency room, what I could get done is that chiropractors take x-rays. And so what I was really going after is for them to give me x-rays and not all of them do it. So I found a chiropractor. They usually give 2 x-ray, like they'll take 2 views, but this chiropractor took full x-rays, like 6 different x-rays. And it was interesting because on the x-ray, she told me to like stand and open my mouth so they can take a picture. And I guess the picture goes from like your, like back of your neck bone, like all the way your spine to the top, all the way down to my pelvic area. So she took a lot of views. And so she, showed me all the stuff. And so what's really cool, side note, is that my lower back, which I was having problems with all my life and that I had problems with a couple of years ago, which I ended up at the hospital for. I went to physical therapy for 6 weeks and I've been doing stretches ever since then, every morning. And she said that my lower back is looking really good. The little cushions in between the vertebrae are looking great. So I was really proud about that. Like that's progress. But my mid back is where I'm having the problem right now is she said that a couple of vertebrae were rotated and she showed me what they look like. And so she's like, I think this could definitely be causing your problem. She's like, I can't tell you if you have other problems like gallbladder or all these other things because, they're not like a full diagnostic center. But I was really kind of happy to see that some of the other things that I was worried about, like my lower back or other things like my neck or shoulders or whatever, looked good. So that kind of gives me a little bit of peace of mind. But so anyways, I've had 2 adjustments. I have 3 more to go. And so I'm praying that maybe that will help. I've also been doing a lot of other new stretches for mid back. I've been icing my back, taking baths. So we'll see about that. I'm going to read some comments and then I'll go on to the next things that I've spent money on because we're building up to a big cost soon. Let's see. Let me just scroll back. Danny says, it's hard to be positive sometimes. My son-in-law was just murdered. Oh no, at a so-called safe zone resort in Mexico on their belated honeymoon. Now my daughter is widowed. Oh, goodness gracious. Prayers for Danny's family. That is terrible. Terrible, terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, goodness gracious. Justin and Christina, repairs can be expensive when they happen. Definitely. Gas can get expensive if you travel a lot. That's so true. Danny says, so I'm glad that you can find safe places to be because of solo female van life person. That's the hardest part for you. Yeah. So, I mean, you definitely have to be cautious wherever you're traveling. Um, and, I do like consider the area before I go to that area as well. But, you can only do so much. Um, oh, yes. Thanks for moderating, Grant. Grant is a great moderator. Wonderful. Excellent. Hey, Jim from Indiana, Beyond Comfort Travels. It's a great thing that you are a good steward, Allison. That's a great character trait for this lifestyle. Definitely comes in. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Um, Danny says it was a resort staff there. Oh, interesting. 2 men have been charged with his murder. Oh, dang. That is terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. Goodness. Justin said upgrades can get expensive. Hey, Lou, how are you? Nicole says, I love ginger beer. Me too. I love it. Ginger pineapple is my favorite. I've never had the ginger pineapple. Where do you get that? I need to try that. Thank you, Danielle. Hey, Terry, how are you? Bill says, sounds like resort life is expensive. It can be. Clint says, I've been using the McDonald's app for breakfast. $1.50 for any breakfast sandwich. I can't fix breakfast that cheap. Yes. If you use the McDonald's app, they do have some good deals. I try not to eat at McDonald's that often, but when I do, I use the app. Hey, JC. Let's see. Hey, Nabob. Let's see. Hey, Glenda, how are you? Tiaza is because you have such a big, beautiful heart. Your body just can't hold it all in. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. That's so sweet. You made it, Glenda. Danielle, do you recommend any type of work for living van besides travel nurse for van living? There's lots of things you can do living in a van. Lots of things. I made a video on it. There's also many van lifers that have made even better videos than mine about doing all types of work. Raising, do you mind if I ask your daughters? Okay, that's somebody else's prayer. Charlotte says, hope you feel better soon in Jesus' name. Amen. I'll take that. I'll receive it. Logistics makes life complicated sometimes. Yes. Oops. I scrolled up. Let's see. JC, I have a herniated disc and 3 bulging discs. I tried it all, got an MRI. Then you'll know what to do. I bought a back joy and that helps a lot. I also use a foam roller and adjust my back with those. Oh, that's another thing that was on the section of talking about my back is I just ordered a foam roller off of Amazon. It should be here, I think, tomorrow. Actually, I bought 2 foam rollers because I don't know which one is going to be better. I bought like a firm one and then like a mid one, like a medium firm. So we'll see. That was like $20 each. Danny, I don't know if the chiropractors helped so far. I guess with chiropractic, you're supposed to go for a while and then I think they reassess after a certain amount of time to see if, you're more aligned. So far, I've only had 2 adjustments and I've actually feel kind of a little bit worse, but it could be because of the adjustment. So she said to ice it. I brought my ice pack in from the van. And I've been really trying to stay off the ibuprofen and Aleve. So I'm not taking anything. I'm just trying to suck it up and get through it because I feel fine during the day. And then when I lay down, it's just bad. And then when I wake up in the morning, I feel like I'm 90 years old, like a body of a 90-year-old. I'm like, my back hurts. And then when I stretch and then the rest of the day, I'm fine. And I've been taking a lot more walks here too. So I don't know. It could be something else. I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm saying. It's just weird. It's just weird that I'm fine during the day, but that's why I'm kind of leaning towards it's something to do with my muscles or my back or something, but I don't know. I'm trying not to diagnose myself too much. So maybe over the next 3 treatments, maybe, she's like, I want to see you twice a week as long as you're here. But listen, my pockets are not like limitless. Is it limitless? I don't have unlimited pockets is what I'm saying. Like, um, I paid for my initial treatment, which was like 50. And then there was a special, like I think it was like $45, but if you paid for four, took $5 off each one. So I paid for the four treatments. So that's already like $160 plus the 50 is like 210. That's a lot of money. So I really hope something helps when I go there. So we'll try that. Amy has the liberty of it all. Do you know what isometrics is? I don't do them, but it could be beneficial to do that with the muscles surrounding the spine and neck. I've heard of that, but I will have to look that up. I'll have to look that up. Thank you for posting that. Allison, I was having back problems in the fall and I went to the chiropractor and it's a lot better. Now my arm was falling asleep randomly throughout. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Let's see. Beyond X-rays don't show everything. You probably need an MRI. I agree with this. I agree with that. It's much more thorough. I have major back problems that X-rays didn't pick up, only the MRI side. Yeah. So if I do go back to California, I'm going to be getting all the tests, everything that I can get done. But for now, I can only get the X-rays through the chiropractor. Terry says, get a heating pad and rotate cold and hot. Dang it. I keep meaning to order a heating pad. I keep saying I'm going to get it, and then I keep forgetting to get that. And I just put in an order for Amazon for those foam rollers. Thank you for reminding me, Terry. I need the reminders. Hey, Travis. Lots of important info for anyone who romanticizes living on the road. Factuals. Danny says, thank you for your comments, Allison. My family is getting through this. What is gingerbread? Okay, you're welcome about the comments, and I'm grateful that everybody's praying for you. And I know it just takes, 1 hour at a time, sometimes not even one day at a time. So I'll continue to pray for you. Ginger beer is like ginger ale. It's like just a fizzy, like a soda, but it's more gingery. It's more spicy, but it's not alcohol. They usually use it to make a Moscow Mule, which is an alcoholic drink, and they mix that together to make it like a little spicy situation. It tastes more like the ginger taste. Danny says, when you come to Canada, you need to try Tim Hortons. Listen, Danny, listen. Let me just let you in on something. I've been to Canada many times, and I'm in love with Tim Hortons. I call it Timmy Hose because Timmy Hose is the best. I love it. They got that ice cap drink. Delicious. Those little Timbits, delicious. They have good food too. So I'm with you on that. I love it. I already love it. Becky says, hello from Oklahoma. Will you be heading this way anytime soon? I don't know. I don't know what my next plans are. Tentatively right now, my plan is to go to Georgia. So I might stay in South Carolina for a couple weeks after I check out of this resort. Cause I just want to look around South Carolina. And then I'm thinking I'm going to go to Georgia. So I'm not sure exactly 100% my plan yet. In the next week, I'll have to make a decision pretty soon because I'm checking out of here, I believe, on the 1st. So I'll let you guys know. Courtney says, how's the TENS unit working? The TENS unit's pretty good though. I will say I got that TENS. I have a cheap one from Walmart. It only has 2 pads. I wanted one with 4, but I was like, let me just test this one out first. It's going pretty good. When I use it, it does give me some relief. So I will say that the TENS unit has been good. And for those that don't know what the TENS unit is, it's like this little machine that has it looks like those patches that they put on for monitoring your heart. They're sticky, and you just stick them wherever. You stick 2 of them next to each other, and then you turn the little lever, and it just shocks your muscles. And I don't know what it's like some type of nerve situation. So it triggers something. I don't really know how it works, but it does relieve pretty good. So I will say it is a temporary relief, but it's definitely good to have. Hey, Sandy, how are you? Rains of Healing. Have you guys rented bicycles to ride around? I did that when there, and it was so fun. No, I'm not a bike rider. It hurts my butt too much whenever I ride on the little seat. I don't really like that. Plus it's been cold a lot of the time. It's weird because it'll be cold. Like today was really blustery and sprinkled, and really gray and the water was choppy. But then like I think yesterday was really nice, like 70. Like I was wearing a tank top outside and it was just great, wonderful. So every day is just different, but it sounds fun. I don't think I would do the bikes, but I think that would be fun for someone that loves bikes. Glenda says, my certified works for my something is certified and works for chiropractor. I have started seeing him for my back. She does the x-rays and works closely with doctor. He has helped me greatly. All doctors. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So far, the place that I've gone to is excellent. Like they're so great. So I'm not mad about that. Hey Sharon, how are you? I have not considered getting a pet because I like to just go around too much and I don't want to have to worry about, you know, if the pet's going to be in the car or the van, by like being too hot or too cold. Plus, like for now, I wouldn't be able to have a pet in here. So I don't think so. Also, if you're on this live stream right now, you might want to throw a little like on it because we have like 180 people and it's only 74 likes. I mean, only if you like it. If you don't like it, you don't have to. But I'm just saying, if your finger just happens to like, that's good. That would be great. Glenna says my daughter. Oh, my daughter. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Dry needling. That's another thing I've heard of, but I haven't tried. I'm open to things. Like I'm open to trying things, but I would like to just, take it one step at a time. Danny says, I have spinal stenosis. Chiropractor won't work for me. Unfortunately, I can't stand to sit for longer than, oh my goodness gracious. That is rough. Hey, Mad Hatter from Indiana. Sandy's, I'm over here stuffing my face with Girl Scout. Oh, there's Girl Scout cookies happening right now. I need to stay away. That sounds too awesome. Sharon, have you tried lymphatic massage? I find it a little tough, but does release a lot of toxins. I've had it one time, but that's been a long time ago. I might try that again, though. Oh, I might try that again. Based on your comment, I'm thinking sitting in your bed is not helping your back. You're 100% correct. When I go back in my van, I'm not going to be able to sit on my bed anymore. Like I have to discipline myself. There's no way, like me hunching over, even if this is something other than my back, I feel like I've like 90% learned my lesson because I'm hard-headed sometimes. But me sitting like this is caving in my rib cage and it's like not allowing my muscles to be strong enough. So I can't do it anymore. I'm going to have to use my swivel seat from now on and be disciplined enough to do that. I can't be sitting in my bed anymore. And I think actually something that I might do is start sitting on the floor, like with a pad and like sitting up against my, like my bed frame. And so that I'm sitting straight because I need to work on my posture. This has really taught me a lesson. I thought I learned my lesson when I hurt my lower back. And I did, and I've been doing all my stretches and that's helped. But now I've learned a second lesson is that I need to improve my posture before I get any older. And I can't, it's a very strong lesson. So anyways, to finish your comment, try to stretch more. Do not take ibuprofen. They will kill your liver. Exactly. Like I've been stretching a lot. I don't really take ibuprofen. I've only taken ibuprofen, like I think since I've been here for over 2 weeks. I've only taken it 2 times when it was just really bad. Have you tried to use a on-demand machine? I don't know what that is, so I guess not. Terry says they're cheap at Rite Aid or Walgreens. Yes. Actually, there's a Rite Aid or I don't know, there's something nearby, so maybe I could just pick one up instead of Amazoning. I would like to try the back inversion table, Nature Trails. That I would do that. Amy, I have a rare genetic disorder that causes me to make bad collagen. I never heard of that. And so I dislocate joints and pull muscles and tendons and ligaments. Isometric switch I should do focuses on small muscle groups. Ooh, okay. I'm sorry to hear about all those things. That sounds very painful. Beyond comfort, I'm laying on a heating pad now as I'm watching, have been dealing with sciatica for 3 weeks. The heating pad helps, have gone through 5 already. Oh, goodness gracious. I've dealt with sciatica before, and that's very painful when it starts shooting down your leg. Hold on, I'm getting a message. Oh, Tammy's one of our Munch Bunch members on our membership side. And she just sent $25. Let's give a shout out. Thank you, Tammy. Tammy's been a humongous supporter of Travel Snacks. So loving, generous, wonderful. She sent me emails before that's just been so heartwarming and awesome. And I appreciate you so much, Tammy. Thank you for being part of the Snack Pack and the Munch Bunch and just being an awesome part of our family here. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate the donation very, very much. And thank you for getting those likes up. It just went up all the way to 115. I appreciate you guys so, so much. Okay, let me read a couple of these more comments and then I want to finish my story because we're rolling through this time. Timmy Horton. Yes. Where's my roomie? He's in his room. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's watching videos or something. I asked him if it was okay to just do the live stream out here because usually I would just do it in my room. But I told him, I was like, my back is hurt. Like I need to, be disciplined enough to not be sitting in my bed doing this live stream. So I told him he can come out, if he needs to get food or whatever. But anyways, he may pop out. I don't know. But I'm trying to like take my own advice of like sitting in a regular backed chair already before I get back in my van so I can start getting into the habit. Let's see. At least it doesn't cost an arm and a leg like Starbucks. I mean, yes. Libby says, hey, Allison from Rochester. Welcome, Libby. Let's see. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Tony says, yeah, but what about all that YouTube monies? I don't know about all the YouTube monies, but I receive some YouTube monies. Hey, Daya's in the house. Daya is one of our Munch Bunch members. Welcome, Daya. You think maybe it's the mattress that's making your back hurt? I don't think it's the mattress. I really don't. This mattress here is a Sealy Posturepedic. I actually took the sheet off and the mattress pad and I looked. It's pretty good. It's a regular mattress. It's not even a foam one. It's like the one with the springs and it's pretty nice. So I don't think it's the mattress. In my van, it could be the mattress and I'm gonna have to do something about that before I leave. But yeah, I don't think it's the mattress. I think it's something else that's going on. The Panther, hold on, it skipped up. I seriously felt that so sad once you said time's almost up with you being in the condo with Tim. Time flies. I know, it's sad. Witness says, I hope you get to stay on the East Coast as long as you want. I've had great results from chiropractics, acute car accident and chronic stuff too. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I hope the chiropractics works because that would be so much better. I'd rather just like take my time on the East Coast and just really look around. So thank you for that. One more day. Thank you for the hearts. Just use heat only in the middle or upper back, never on the tailbone. Many chiropractors focus on the bones, but only a few will tell you that the problem is muscle. Make sure she works them out. Yes. Courtney, I've heard a couple people tell me about Conway, and I might go check that out because it's not that far. Oh, one more day says Conway's not the best place. Okay. My TENS unit stopped working for me years ago. Need something much stronger. I'm looking to get one like they have in the therapy office. Green Monkey News, Fort White, Florida sends so much love. Thank you. God bless you as well. I love all the hearts. Bye, Justin and Christina's RV van life. Let's see. Indeed. Let's see. I'm just going to skip through a couple of these so we can get to the rest because I want to get to the rest of my story. Sandy says you could also try an electric heated blanket, stick it under your sheets. That might help your back. Ooh, that's a smart idea. Hey, Sandra, welcome. Vapor rub might help rub it on your back before bed. Yes, I actually have those patches. They're in my van. I should go down and get that. I'm not going to get it tonight because it's almost close to 9 and I'm not going down there. But yeah, I do have those like patches that you put on your back. So like the icy hot ones. So I might get that. Let's see. Hey, Crystal's in the house. Another one of our Munch Bunch members. Welcome, Crystal. Hey, Betty. It's just fun to watch your videos. You could do stand-up comedy show. You take care. Keep the videos real. Thank you so much. I'm trying to just like let it roll on these videos now, So I'm a little nut sometimes, so it's fine. One more day. Hot mineral springs are amazing. I'm looking for one of. Ooh, awesome. Hey, Anne. I haven't been to Planet Fitness since I've been here because I have a shower here, so it's been great. But I do the hydro massage bed at Planet Fitness sometimes when I go, and it is awesome. Let's see. I'm still learning to work the YouTube chat. Franklin's Valentine says they make floor chairs. Oh, I'm looking. I'm going to look into that. I would actually like that. Mark, I'm gonna get to that next. Let's see. Diversity love, aerial yoga, water aerobics is a good way to exercise without strain on the body weight. I would love to do water aerobics. Let's see. Let's my van and fell out of broke. Oh no, broke both her legs. So I bought a different van that's lower to the ground. Okay, good. Oh my goodness gracious. Belly dancing is good for isolate. Oh, that'd be fun. That would be fun. I wouldn't mind doing a little dancing. Amy says, I've been watching you for a long time. I live in Fort Worth. I love you and your chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The way you sit or how long you twist your head looking at computer screen can hurt you. And that's facts. That's facts. Because I'm always editing like this and like hunched over. It's terrible. Daily with Dib. I took everything out of mine to make room for a small recliner from TJ Maxx. I'm caving and I'm sitting on the bed now. Don't cave. Don't cave. Thanks, Diversity Love. Oh, Bill coming through with the $9.99, chipping in for another massage. That always helps. Thank you so much, Bill. Let's give you this. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will try to get another massage soon. Maybe I will try one of those lymphatic massages or like a deep tissue. That would be good. Thank you so much. That's a blessing. I appreciate the donation. Judy. Let's see. Hey, Brian. Let's see. Lisa says, I just saw this today. There are warm springs in Virginia. I'd love to see some videos of warm springs. Ooh, I might look that up. All right. So anyways, let's move on. Okay. So far I've spent a lot of money on food, not a lot, but a decent amount. I got a massage. I went to the chiropractor. I forget what else I said, but anyways, the other thing is you guys probably already know this if you've been watching my videos, but I spent $1,000 to stay here. This condo is a 3-bedroom condo. It was about $1,900 total. And Tim and I are splitting that. So a little less than $1,000. So I spent $1,000 to stay here, which to me, I am not mad at because there's no rent. I don't think anywhere in California that would be $1,000. And also just to be right on the water. I mean, it's been awesome. And just to get a break, it's been awesome. So that's another huge expense for this month though, that I wasn't counting on. Those icy hots are not good for you. Still have some meds that can affect you. I just do ice. Oh goodness. Okay. And also, okay. So here comes the biggest expense of all. So here's what I wanted to talk about the expense that you'll need to think about when you're maybe moving into a vehicle life. Because just like homes, vehicles need repairs. Now, for those that have been watching for a while and have been around, you know that when I was in San Diego, let's see, it was summer last year. I already got some repairs. I got brand new tires, which was fairly expensive. I got brand new brakes, also expensive. I think that was like $700. I had some problems with my gas tank. There was some issues, and those were already expensive. And when I was at that mechanic, he gave me a whole list of things that still needed to be repaired. Hold on, let me take a drink. And some of those repairs were like, he listed out the costs that they would charge, and they were pretty costly. He said that a couple of my wheel bearings were broken. I needed a new rack and pinion. My alignment was off. There was there was several things like my gas or my oil pan was leaking. And some of those things he said was very could be dangerous. But at the time it was so hot in the summer and I was like, let's just get a few things done now and I'll deal with it later. I was going to deal with it when I was in Texas, like right after Christmas, but then there was that winter freeze and my pipes burst and I had to deal with that. So I was like, okay, well, once I get to Myrtle Beach, I will discipline myself and I will find a mechanic and I will take this van in and I will get these things done. So I called around and I just chose a mechanic that had the best reviews, that had a lot of reviews, the best reviews, and had a decent like hourly rate. Had them do a diagnostic and they came up with the same things that the guy in San Diego said, plus some things. And it was really nice because I think they were like, I was like, I want to try to get this done as inexpensively as possible, like everybody else does. So what they did is they printed out 5 pieces of paper, and he was like, "Okay, this first piece of paper is things you literally need to get done, or your van is just going to break down, or you could get in an accident." And it was like this and one price. Then it was like the next one's like this one's also very important, but like a teeny bit less important. And then it was a price like for the next thing and the next thing. So there was like 5 things. And he's like, the fifth one, it will break, but you have a little time. So I was like, maybe just add all of that up and tell me how much it all is so that I can, prepare myself. So they added it up and let me get a drum roll. Let me get you guys a drum roll. Let me get you a drum roll. In fact, why don't let's take a guess. What do you guys think that the total amount for all the repairs? What do you think the total amount for all the repairs? Just because I like to make it interactive. I'm gonna let you guys say what you think the total amount for the repairs is. Glenda says, "Hey guys, thumbs up. Seriously, show up." Thank you so much, Glenda. You're so sweet. I just had a rack and pinion replaced on my car in October, cost $1,700. I needed the spark plugs and ignition coils replaced a week later. Spent $5K on maintenance on a 2012 Altima. Yeesh. Be uncovered. That's the downfall of living. Oops. That's the downfall of living in a vehicle, new or used. There will be always repairs needed, but it's machine and needs regular maintenance. It sucks, but well worth it in long term. Franklin's year end ended up selling it. Oh, goodness. Okay, so here's the not the suggestions, but the guesses. We got 3,000, 6,000, 2,400, 4,000. Mark says 4,000. Beyond Comfort 5,000. Lisa 8,000. Phil Leo, hey Phil, 7,200. Sandy says 3,250. I love the little specific numbers. Brandon says 45. Dia 5. Libby 75. Franklin's down to 10K. Charlotte 5. Nancy 4,000. Mountain Wonder 4,777. I like what you did there. Maureen 5. Judy says 54. Hey Cheryl, welcome. Lens Go Deep 6459. Debbie 38. Reverend says top dollar. Lynn 4,000. Sandra says 5. Laura's in agreement with the lymphatic massage. Brian says 8. If not in California, 10 with or without a coupon. And Mary says 37.95. And Tammy's facts, too much. All right, so let's get a drum roll. You guys had a lot of good guesses. The total cost was. Wait, where's the. It doesn't have like a. $3,000. So you guys are actually guessed higher. I was like already shocked with the $3,000. Some of these were making me nervous, like because I already paid for it. So I was like, oh no, that would have been even worse. But it was a little more than $3,000. It was like 32, I think. I can't remember. It was like 32. But they said that what they could do is if I want to agree to that what they would do is they've been in business for a while and they have local connections with the parts places, and that they would try to like get some deals on some of the parts. So there was a few things that I could have waited on, but for peace of mind, I was like, if I don't get some of these things done now, I'm going to have to think about it and try to find another mechanic wherever I am on the road. I don't know. So let me just do all the things. So I said, go ahead and do it. And it's all done. They fixed it. They fixed all the things. Everything's fixed. that they saw. And when I went back in, they said that, and actually it got finished on Valentine's Day. So when I walked in, I was like, tell me you have a Valentine's Day special or AAA or something. And they said, we don't have any of those things, but we did get the parts prices down. So it came out to be like 28 something, like 28.12 or something. So I did get a couple $100 savings, which is great. So they said that I needed like new tie rods, an alignment, the new oil pan and filter situation. I can't think of all the things, but there was 2 pages of things. It was a lot. And the thing is like my van is a 2003. And if you really think about it, that's 20 years. Like when I bought it, I didn't really think about it being a 20-year-old van. That's old, to have a vehicle. That's old. So here's what I wanted to say about this is I've spent a lot of money this month. Combining all those things, like with the let's say like 2,800, the 1,000 for here, that's 3,800. The chiropractic's like 200. The massage was like almost 100. The food, some other odds and ends, some other things that I've ordered on Amazon, like for my back, all these things. It just continues to add up. And what I wanted to like wrap this live stream up is saying is like, when they told me how much it was going to be, and I said, go ahead and do it. First of all, I live in a van, so I'm pretty frugal on a day-to-day basis. And so I save money. I'm a good saver. And so I set money aside for things like this. And also I don't pay rent. So when I get repairs and stuff, to me, that's like, almost like property taxes to me. It's like the cost of doing business, living in a vehicle. And when he told me that price, I was like immediately first mental thought, because your thoughts are like almost subconscious sometimes, is like, oh, that sucks. That's terrible. Oh my gosh, $3,000. This like sucks, whatever. But I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it all. That'll give me peace of mind. Also, this will be great these are things I was telling in my head. I wasn't telling this guy. I was just saying this in my head. And that'll be great because this is like a local mechanic shop. So it'll be good business for them. And so I had to take and I also had to pay for an Uber because it's not close to where I'm staying. So the Uber was like $14, to get back to the resort, and then $14 to go back to pick it up the next day. So that was an extra cost. But when I got in the Uber, I told myself, I was like, when you tell people, like when you get back to the place and you tell Tim, or when I call my mom and tell my mom, or when I call my friends and tell them, guess what, I had to pay. Do not go in with the thing saying, guess what, I had to like spend $3,000 and it sucks. Just say it was a blessing that I'm able to have this money. Like there's no difference, really. There's really no difference. Your brain doesn't know the difference. So I left there and I was like, thank you, God, that I have this money. Thank you, God, that I have a place that I can be and get this repaired. And so I just took it from a different level, a different mind space, because what's the difference of me, being like bummed out about it? Because there's already enough negativity in the world. So when you have to pay a big bill, it's naturally, you don't want to let go of your money that you've worked for. You have this like pile of money and you don't want any of it to have to go away. But one thing I learned one time is that if your fist is closed, if you will not let go, the action of opening your hand to like let it go is also the same way that you will receive. It could flow back into your hand and you can like grab it back up. So if you never let any money go, it doesn't like, it's like being like a hoarder almost. Like it's almost like a greedy feeling. It's like, I need to keep all the money. I'm never going to get any money ever again. I need to hold on to the money I have. Nobody likes to let go of their money. But in the big scheme of things, that's the way money works. That's the way life works. You get money and you spend money. You get it, you spend it. You get it, you spend it. You're not going to want to die with a pile of money in the bank I mean, I guess it'd be good for your beneficiaries, but I'm just saying if you didn't have any and there's just a stack of money, you can't take it with you, you know? So I'm grateful that my van is to the point where I could still get it repaired because I'm sure at some point there's going to be a time where it's going to be just like the van is not even in the position to be repaired, because everything breaks down. So I've spent the most money that I've ever spent this month, and I could sit and be like sad about it, but I am really trying to discipline my mind and my brain to be more grateful. Grateful for the things that I have, grateful for the position that I'm in, grateful for the way that God allowed me to be a good steward of my money because not everybody is. And I'm like, I don't know why I got that trait, but I'm grateful that I got it and I can share it with other people. And I've had these talks with people that aren't such a great steward of their money, and it's helped them to make better choices with their money and think better thoughts about their money because money is just a tool. Money is not your master. Money doesn't own you. You own money. Money is just paper. It's just not even a real thing, honestly. It's just a way that we are able to use it as a tool for buying and selling things. So don't let money have that much power over your brain. Tim and I have been talking a lot about money and the power it has. He's actually, I think he either posted a video or is going to post a video about some of these also ideas, but it's just been quite interesting. Just if you think about the way money is in your life, are you so upset about like earning or losing or spending money? You know what I mean? Because it's just a tool. So it shouldn't overtake you. It shouldn't overtake you. Hold on, I'm getting a message and then I want to kind of wrap it up here, but go. Sometimes the Wi-Fi in here is a little bit slow. It's not, it's, oh, Cheryl. Cheryl sent $5 for a coffee, which is super cool because like I said, I've not been really dipping my toe into the Starbucks, not as much as I usually would in the past because I'm trying to wean off of Starbucks a little bit just because of the cost and it's too sugary and stuff. But now I got $5 from Cheryl. So I'm probably gonna get a coffee because it sounds great. Let's give Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl, you're so sweet. So sweet. I appreciate you very much. Let me scroll back and let's see. Let's see. JC says, I won. Sandy says, wow, spot on. Yes, indeed. Carly, smart to do it while in the apartment. Yes, yes. Hey, Lori, how are you? Mark says, jumping jacks and jump rope and rebounding all help to clear the lymphatic system. I think my jump ropes, my attempt at jump roping might have actually injured my back. I do think in general, jumping jacks and jumping rope is helpful, but I think I probably should have lost a little more weight before I dipped into jumping rope. And I probably should have been stronger in my muscles before I started jumping rope. Learn that lesson for me because I think it was too much pressure on my back. But in the future, I might take it back up. Anything over 300 is expensive to me, but it makes me feel better knowing you had everything done. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, indeed. 2812, that's not bad. Yeah, it was something around that. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. At the end of the day, I was like, okay, listen, I would have liked to use that money on snacks, but I couldn't because I had to spend it on my van. Peace of mind and safety is everything. Same, I agree, Lynn. That it makes me feel so much better now that the van is in I feel like it's in really good shape now. RV Grandma Charlotte, I bet in California it would have cost a lot more. It would have because I think the rate out here was I think it was like $90 an hour. In California, the one I went to was $140 an hour. So I was like, maybe pick up your pace. My van, I think right now has 108,000 miles on it. Oh, thank you, Libby, so much towards car repairs. Thank you for the heart. I appreciate that. Let's see. Let's give you. Thank you, Libby. I appreciate it very, very much. Mark says a new Sprinter will set you back 1,500 for. Oh, stop it! No, I don't want a Sprinter. That is too much. Yeah, it has like 108,000. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Oliver sent $3. Awesome, Oliver, and I love your little cute super chat. Awesome. Let's see. Thank you. That was a DJ warning. I love it. Just the cost of doing business. Yes, indeed. Daya says positive thinking. Thank you, Daya. Judy B, a roof on a small house would cost more than that. Yes. Plus, you still have a car expense when you live in a house. But I do understand the pain. Yes. Good point. Sandy says, I know someone mentioned you getting a dog. However, they're expensive. The vet cost $900 and he's got to go back for his teeth cleaning in a month. And that starts out at $400. Holy, that's true. I've had friends and family members that have pets, and some of those vet bills can be very expensive. Amen, says Charlotte. Great point of view. What's your horoscope sign? I don't do horoscopes, but the only sign I go by is the sign of the cross. That's what I like to say when people ask me that. Praise the Lord, you had the funds covered. Amen, RV Charlotte. Oh, Bill coming through with another $19.99 for the super chat. Woohoo! We love you and want you safe. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. Bill's been a great supporter as well. Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Dollar bill, yo. I love it. Beyond comfort. Good for you, Allison. I hate having to give money to the shops, but I like to change the mindset about it too. I try to look at it as an investment in my future. I love that. It is an investment. It's an investment in, especially when you live in a vehicle, for safety too. Because listen, if I'm on the road somewhere strange, like passing through and my van breaks down, that could be a safety issue. Plus, I would have to probably like get a hotel somewhere, try to find a shop. When I didn't choose that, it's a lot more stressful. So the peace of mind is an investment in my future. Cheryl says, I love the way you think about things, my friend. We are blessed indeed when we are able to meet our daily needs. Yes, indeed, Cheryl. Glenda says $6,000 is my guess. Let's see. Thank God it was half my guess. Yes, Glenda, for sure. Franklin's, do you watch Scotty Kilmer? That guy has been a top mechanic for 50 years. A lot of good. If I did, I don't remember the name. I just checked in, but 5K. It wasn't quite 5K. It was like 2,800. So anyways, it was like 2,800 for the van. Anyways, I don't have the total. I probably should have totaled all my expenses off for this month, but let's see, 28, 38, probably getting close to like 4,500 for the month. And I know it's like, to me, when I say I've spent like the most I've ever spent in a month, this month, it's funny because I get a little chuckle to myself because like I say 4,500 is the most I've ever spent living in a van. And that includes repairs and stuff and staying here. But like when I lived in a condo, like when I had a traditional job or whatever, my rent was like $3,100 a month, because it's California. It's like so expensive. So that's like whatever. So it's a different mentality when you live in a vehicle because the expenses are lower unless you have repairs, or you have to spend a lot on gas if the gas prices go higher. But you could save a lot of money if you live in a vehicle for a while. So anyways, I say all this to say a couple things, and then we're going to wrap it up. I say, if you're going to make a choice to live in a vehicle, I really want you to try to put a little money aside if you can, even before you start living in that vehicle. Because I don't want anyone to go into this situation nervous about what could happen or without a little backup plan. If anything happens, if you need to get off the road for whatever reason, whether it's weather related, health related, repair related, I'd love to be the person that tells you, like, get a little cushion on the side. And then once you're in your vehicle, however you're making your money, set a little bit aside. Try not to spend the most, because it's going to feel very freeing when you're in a vehicle, because you can go wherever you want and do whatever you want. And you can end up spending a lot of money on things, whatever the things you love to do, you can end up spending a lot of money. But I want you to discipline yourself, and I want you to set a little bit aside every single month. Every month, I want you to say, no, I might want XYZ, but I'm going to put this little amount of money into the savings account. And I don't touch it, because if anything should happen, you're going to thank your past self. You're going to be like, thank you, past self, for setting this up, because now I don't have to stress out about it. The whole point of having a freeing lifestyle is to not have to stress so much. And if you prepare yourself ahead of time, then it gives you great peace of mind. So that's what I want to say. And then if you do have to spend the money, be grateful that you have it, and be grateful for the fact that there's a lot of other people that don't. And why are you the one that has money? I don't know, but you did, and you have it, and it's great. So I'm going to be grateful for this month and expenses, and just the blessing that it's been to be able to have a good working van, to be able to have a break, and to be able to still live in my van after all this is said and done. So I think there's one more thing I wanted to say about that, but I can't think about it right now. Yeah, I can't think about what it was going to be. But anyways, hopefully you got something out of this live stream. Let me read these comments, and then we're going to wrap it up. Rev your engines. Oh, I see California. The average monthly income over here is around $2,309. I hope you can reduce some of that on your business taxes for next year. Yeah, me too. Overland Code, thank you for saying this. So many don't consider this. God bless. God bless you too. Sandra says, what does a normal month cost? That's a good question. I actually was going to start like making a little list of what I spend. But that was like right before I was going to go into this month of staying here. So it wouldn't have been accurate. So once I get back in my van, I think I'm going to start making that, and then maybe I'll make a video on that. So stay tuned for that, because I would like to make a more accurate account of what a regular month for me costs. Pay yourself first. Yes. It is a blessing to have the money. I just cleaned out my savings account to get my car fixed. Killed me to do it, but I was glad I had it. Yes, indeed. And it didn't kill you. It gave you life. Gave you life. So that's okay. You'll get money back. You'll still get money. Money's going to keep coming into your life. It is your home. Love it and take care of it just like you would a sticks and bricks. Yes, indeed. Nancy says, thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for listening. Pay your van rent. Yes. Tracy says, these are such great thoughts, Allison. Thank you so much, Tracy. I just got my 2000 Chevy van checked and ready for the road. Ooh, I love it. I'm excited for you. I love the little dab, Mad Hatter. Glenn says, you are so wise and beautiful. God is blessing you. And I, even if we don't recognize it. Amen. Thank you so much. What do you think would be a good amount to have set aside before heading out of the road? I would say if you could possibly at least for sure have $1,000 set aside. I mean, the more you can, the better. But if you can at least have a little $1,000 cushion, then, I'd say if you have $1,000 cushion, you could stay a few nights in a hotel if anything popped off. That'd be a good place to start. So you could get it somewhere where you could just be like, okay, let me think. Let me have a place to think. Even if you were like 1 or 2 nights in a hotel, you could think about it. You don't have to worry about it. And then if you have repairs, even if they were more costly, a lot of these repair shops will do financing where you can make payments. Try not to ever do payments. Try to just pay it if you can, because interest sucks. But at least if you have a little cushion set aside, that's a good start. Okay. And trying to do that now. I'm going to definitely need an emergency fund for repairs. I have a 38-foot luxury bus, so repairs are definitely going to be expensive. Wow, that is gigantic. I bet that's awesome, though. Hey, Carol's on Glorious Life on Wheels. Woo! Carol is an awesome, wonderful person. You should be following her channel if you're not already, for sure. We're just about to wrap it up, though. Bill says, positive vibes to you and your back. Thank you. Cheryl says, enjoy your remaining time at the condo, sweet lady. I'll pray that the Lord watches over you, keeps you safe, whatever you. Thank you. I'll take all the prayers I can get. These are tenuous financial and geopolitical times. Whether you live in a van or home, try to save at least 1 to 3 months cash reserved for emergencies to cover rent, food, and etc. Blessings to you, Phil. Hey, Linda, how are you? I always budget for about 15% of the value of my car for repairs. Oh, okay, that's a good way to go. Or savings for a new car in case I need to get one. Or every month I save the cost of a payment for a new car. Oh, that's smart. Staying at a resort in the off season is a great idea. Yes. I'm not going to go into it now because I want to kind of keep this timing shorter, but I am probably going to make a video about it. I don't know yet. It's opened my eyes. There's so many places I've looked up that has off seasons. You can get the best deals. I'm definitely going to be taking more advantage of these off season deals for sure. I'll probably make a video on this because it's really been wonderful. Yes, welcome to Glow. 20th anniversary with no credit cards. Amen, Mark. Amen. Just saw that question on how much. I think at least 3 to 6 months of whatever your monthly expenses would be. Great point. Yeah, the more you can, the better. If you have 3 to 6 months of savings, it'd be great. Welcome, Linda. No problem. Judy says, have a blessed day and enjoy the remaining condo time. I'm going to ask you van build questions. You can, the best thing to do if you have questions is to put them in the comments of any of my videos. And then I usually screenshot them and put them in my notebook, my ideas notebook, so I can make either shorts out of them or a full video. Because if you have questions about it, probably some other people probably have questions about it. So that's the best way. When you send emails, I'm really behind on my emails. So it's better to just put it in the comments. Thank you, Tangle Nana. Thank you. Thank you for all the prayers. I haven't had credit cards for decades. I have a credit card, but I pay it off every month. I do have a lumbar support pillow when I drive. Yes. Make a video about resorts piece. Okay, I will keep this in mind. And I do have a monthly Q&A coming soon. Yes. Okay, so what we're going to do, I wanted to mention that possibly, I think it's 75% that next Friday, I'm going to do another joint live stream with Tim. We did one and it was very fun. We both live streamed at the same time on both of our channels. So if there's a topic that you want us to talk about, because last time we did one, it was, can men and women be just friends? And it was a whopping fun time. So if there's a topic that's a little bit like fun to talk about, let me know in the comments of any of my videos and just put like next live stream with Tim, here's a topic. And a couple of you have already done that. Just put some topics down. So we're considering doing that. We may or may not, because we'll see. But anyway, I wanted to mention that for next Friday, we might be doing a joint live stream, which will be another fun time. I do have a couple videos coming out and I'm doing more shorts. So if there's ever anything that you'd like to see on Travel Snacks, make sure you put it in the comments of any of my videos. I do check the comments. And I have a notebook where I just write down everything. So it helps me to put out content that you guys want to see. So I thank you guys so much. Let me just read a couple of these comments and then people are so loud tonight. What the heck? Thank you for all the advice, Allison. Hope your back improves and enjoy it. Thank you so much. I think the chiropractor is a good idea. Thank you. I'll have to figure out how to do that. Yes. But I don't want to be just your friend. Joint video on how to film. Oh, that's a good one. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. If somebody hasn't told you, you are valuable. Keep that in your mind. You are a valuable human being, a valuable person. I love you. You are loved. I hope you have a great rest of your evening and weekend. Have a great week coming up. I look forward to seeing you guys in the comments section. And until next time, bye for now. And thank you again to Grant for moderating. He's always doing such a great job for our channel. So big shout out to Grant. And thank you for all the Snack Pack family and the Munch Bunch memberships. I appreciate you all tremendously. Thank you so much. I love you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Yeah, click the like button.